Think for myself and I won't do what they say. Well, I think for myself and I won't do what they say.
Hi, this is Gerald Celente. It's Thursday, August 26th, 2021. And here are some of today's trends in the news. On the market front in the USSA, Dow is down almost 200 points, 192 points. Everything down a bit. Oil down over $1, still hanging in the $70 a barrel for Brent. Not much action in gold. Crypto's still hanging. The Bitcoin's still hanging in the 47 range. And I believe we're going to have a bad crash coming. And I think it's going to happen sooner rather than later, before the end of the year. This whole thing is the lockdowns have destroyed businesses and people's lives like we cannot imagine. They've sucked the spirit out of life. And talking about sucking the spirit out of life, the bad news, of course, today is more bad news, that more innocent people killed in Afghanistan, including 12 American soldiers. Staying on the markets for a little bit, Bullard says the Fed has to get going on the taper, may need to get aggressive to stop inflation. Well, yeah, inflation's going up, but the Fed can't raise rates, $30 trillion debt to GDP ratio going. The cheap money's been artificially propping up the markets. He says they're going to move them up by March. I don't see that happening. I think they're going to stay low because when they go up, everything goes down, and life is going down big time. They've sucked the spirit out of life, people walking around scared to death with masks on. And again, the vaccine facts that people continue to ignore, that the efficacy rate of the Pfizer vaccine, according to the Israeli Health Ministry, is only 39%. And on, they're saying people's immune systems are strong. Yeah, no kidding, than the virus. But anyway, they're going to say they're going to stop tapering. We don't see that happening, but anything goes because it's a criminal game and they can invent anything that they want. Durable good orders declined in July, 0.1%. Chip maker in talks for $20 billion merger. I'm mentioning this because each week in the Trends Journal, we have the bigs getting bigger. One after another, article after article, week after week, the bigs are buying up everything, all the cheap money, as we, the plantation workers of Slavelandia, are forced to pay every penny in tax, while these scumbag, low-life motherfuckers, and to be equal, fatherfuckers, get all the fucking tax breaks, while they fuck us in ways that I don't like to be fucked. Pfizer buys cancer biotech for $2.3 billion, Financial Times, right? Pfizer, the one that's making all this money. We got the numbers in the Trends Journal. The big drug lords are getting bigger. Delta Air sets fee for staff refusing vaccine. Delta Airlines pivoted toward a more punitive approach toward getting its workforce vaccinated against COVID-19, saying unvaccinated workers will pay an extra $200 a month health insurance subcharge. America, freedom, it's gone. Freedom. The Declaration of Independence. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights. Let's stop at that one. Hey, fuckface, who the hell are you to tell me what I should do with my body, my unalienable right? You prick alien. And I could use the other word too, but you get upset. But I'd like to be equal. Like you say, motherfucker, fatherfucker, prick, and the other word. But no, he said that word. Unalienable rights. These aliens have taken it away from us. That among these are life. Life? What happened today? The murderous little boy with a pair of balls probably smaller than a mothball, George W. Daddy's Boy Bush, yeah, along with Obama and Clinton, murdered millions in their wars. Life, they don't care about the life that they kill or the lives that they send to get killed to do the killing. Could you imagine little Georgie Bush on the front line fighting? Could you imagine scumbag Clinton or ballless Obama out on the front lines fighting? Bullshit Biden? Reagan? Nixon? Now, Eisenhower you can. And he warned us that the military-industrial complex was robbing the nation of the future of the future of the children, the sweat of the laborers, and the genius of the scientists. Wasted all these, probably hundreds of trillions of dollars. Rights that among these are life, liberty. Liberty they've stolen from us, and the pursuit of happiness. You're not allowed to be happy. This is an uptight society. Happiness, you have no right for happiness. We're locking you down. Take your drugs, commit suicide, more homicide, lose everything that you've worked for. You have no right to happiness. I'm some little fucking prick, Andy Cuomo, some scumbag motherfucker, Gavin Newsom, some arrogant little girl, I can't use the C word, Witless Whitmere. How about fucked up DeWine? How about that little prick, or maybe not a prick, it doesn't have one, little Macron? Those aren't curse words. Those are proper language to use to these people that have murdered millions, cost us trillions, and destroyed nations. But they say it so properly, Celente. Afghan fiasco shows fault lines in NATO. New York. Fault lines in NATO? How about fuck off? You're the little pricks that sold this war. And the other word, because women said it too, starts with a C. Officials from Britain, Germany, and France have complained that despite Mr. Biden's promises of consultation, there has been more dictate than conversation in Afghanistan. Official pieces of shit. The latest fiasco in Kabul, that's what they write. Latest fiasco. These are the scumbags that were selling the war. This is the fucking newspaper that lied about Saddam Hussein having used uranium tubes. Oh, and a woman was behind that one too. Chaos at airport as Taliban worked on creating state. This was Monday. You guys really handled it well, huh? Chaos on Monday, dead on Thursday. I launched Occupy Peace. I am fighting for freedom, peace, and justice. You better support Occupy Peace if you want peace on earth, because when all else fails, they take you to war, and these fucks are going to take us to war. You mark my words. Just like I got blackballed for warning against the Afghan war, they're going to blackball me again. They're going to take me off these sites. Georgie Little Bush, the dot-com bust happened in March 2000 in a severe recession. His ratings are plummeting. He takes us to the Afghan war, and 88% of Americans sucked up and bought into it. These economies are going to crash. They're going to make something up like they've always done, the Lithuania, what was that? The Lusitania, Lusitania, Lithuania, Greenberg, iceberg, what's the difference? They'll make it up. Got us into World War I by another guy that should rot in hell. He's probably an evil demon. Woodrow fuck you Wilson, who brought us the Federal Reserve in World War I. I'm a Yankee Doodle. Can you imagine that little fuck fighting? One little fuck face after another. Can't fight at all, but they send other people to go fight and die. Support Occupy Peace if you want peace. I'm out there fighting. I'm on the front line. I can't win this alone. United we stand, divided we fall. And of course, subscribe to the Trends. There are 162 pages this week. And again, look at the cover. The majority wanted war. They were wrong. Yep. Celente said we lose the Afghan. We lost the Afghan war. I got blackballed from the media. Again, here's that short clip. Doris Roberts playing my Aunt Zizzy in Zizzy and Honey Boy.
All of this was brought upon us in a single day.
Either you are with us or you are with the terrorists.
We're gonna lose in Afghanistan.
Tell the network guys I said that.
I'm not anti-American. I love my country.
The only thing that matters at the end is how you lived your life.
The only thing that matters is how you live your life. The only thing that matters is how you live your life. Be the best that you can be. Be all that you can be. Do all that you can do. It's only up to you. United we stand, divided we fall. OccupyPeace.com. New York increases COVID toll by 12,000. New York, under the control of the new governor, began publishing new federal data that showed about 12,000 more people died than was previously reported by that little scumbag Andrew Cuomo and all the little flunkies behind them that wouldn't put the numbers out. Just show you the corruption. 12,000. It brings the grand total of, what do they got here? 55,400. They go after Florida all the time. They have 42,000 deaths. They have 21.5 million people. New York has 19.1 million. And as he exits, Cuomo loses Emmy Award for briefings, for bullshitting and lying and jerking off on TV. The Emmy Awards, who wishes the Emmy Awards? International Academy of Television Arts and Science. International Academy of little fucking pieces of arrogant shit. Scumbags. Emmy Award. Shove it up your ass. Along with your mandates and your mask. Shove it up your ass along with mandates and your mask. Shove it up your ass along with mandates and your mask. Emmy Awards. You're a bunch of fucking arrogant pricks. And, got to use the other word, starts with a C, but I get blackballed for saying, blackballed, that's a dirty word. 2 judges tell defendants to be vaccinated, giving legal, look, I talked about this. I'm going to keep talking about it. The defendant was charged with a number of minor crimes in shoplifting and possession of drugs. The defendant had to get a COVID-19 vaccination. The judge, Jed S. Radkoff, or Jerkoff, argued that it fell to him to determine whether a person seeking release represented a danger to the community. The unvaccinated, he wrote, did pose such a danger, giving their enhanced risk of infecting other innocent people and even potentially causing their deaths. Hey, fuckface, if you're vaccinated and wearing a mask, how are you infecting other innocent people? Because the people that aren't choosing to wear a mask or get vaccinated is their choice. Don't they have the choice according to the the Declaration of Independence, Judge Jerkoff, that the life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness are their unalienable rights? and that to secure these rights, governments are instituted among men, deriving their powers from the consent of the governed? The consent of the governed, you little fuck. Who the hell are you to take people to get vaccinated? You're a little fucking political whore who sucked your way in to become a judge. That's a dirty word, judge. Another guy, Zimmerman. Two Jewish guys. They would have loved you over there in Hitler time, boy, forcing people to get vaccinated. Yep. Jeffrey Zimmerman of the Bronx County Criminal Court explained that the defendant, William Gregory, blah, 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 accused of drug possession, criminal trespass, shoplifting, that showed he had placed his own interest above others. In getting the vaccine, the judge argued, Mr. Gregory would be doing the opposite, so the vaccination would represent a form of rehabilitation. Yep. Look how they bust the balls of little people while murderers like George W. Bush, Barack Obama, Bill Clinton, all the rest, wolfish shits, Condoleezza Rice, Powell, Penis Cheney, Nuremberg trials for them, vaccinations for the poor. Bruce Green, a professor at Fordham Law, Fordham bullshit, and a former federal prosecutor, an arrogant little fuck, said that he did not see Judge Zimmerman's orders as incredible intrusion into someone's bodily integrity. Can you imagine him saying this? Our Declaration of Independence is gone. If we don't unite, you can see where this is going. I'm going to make this clear. That fuckface Rakoff saying that a person like me that is not vaccinated is potentially causing other people's deaths. You know what that means? You're not vaccinated, you're causing deaths. All aboard, next train to Vaxwitz. That's right. That's where this is going. If we don't unite, it's over. It's over. Get it in your head. Booster shots likely after 6 months. Oh, this is from the Wall Street Journal. Hey, wasn't the 94 effective and you're only going to have to get 2 shots and that was it? Nope. We started writing about this back in April. Another story, your toddler demands sanitizers. COVID rituals create kids hardwired for hygiene habits. New York Times. New York Times today. How little kids are getting so screwed up, so brainwashed, infants won't let grandpa, grandma, or daddy or mommy kiss them unless they sanitize their hands. And remember, before you jerk off, don't forget to sanitize your hand. Oh, and by the way, that guy over there in New York, Judge Jed S. Rakoff, you need this to jerk off. Yeah. You arrogant little fuck. You arrogant little fuck. Liberty, freedom, and happiness. I will not take a drug dealer's vaccination. Overweight adults in U.S. advised to begin diabetes screening. Story in yesterday's New York Times. Overweight adults should be, screening. The guidelines were issued by the U.S. Preventative Services Task Force, which makes recommendations for preventive services and screening that insurance companies must completely cover. How about getting in good health and stopping all this bullshit? And then they go on to write about, you ready? About 1/3 of U.S. adults have high blood sugar levels, a condition called prediabetics that often precedes type 2 diabetes. And where are the numbers here? Nearly 1 in 7 Americans now has diabetes, the highest rate on record. The increase is especially troubling amid the pandemic, as diabetes is one of the chronic medical conditions that increase the risk that the coronavirus infection will lead to severe illnesses, hospitalization, and deaths. All right? Overweight or obese is the most important risk factor for the most common type 2 diabetics. 72%, 42% of Americans are obese, 70% are overweight. Nothing from the prostitutes about getting healthy. Nothing. Let's take care of the ones that are most susceptible to the virus. The elderly, people in bad shape. You go back and you look at the Woodstock film, the festival they had. You look at the people, no shirts on. There are no people look like they do today. It's the whole fast food thing that happened, the fast food, junk crap. Organic. Everything should be organic. Pesticides, chemicals, oh, you got to worry about COVID? They're killing us. They've robbed us of our life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. It's up to us to restore this. I'm telling you, this thing's going down hard and fast. When all else fails, they take you to war, and Biden is failing in front of your face. This is Gerald Celente. That's some of today's trends in the news. And remember, OccupyPeace.com, OccupyPeace.com. Donate if you wish. Don't do anything if you want. Same thing with the Trends Journal. No magazine like it in the world. We're helping you prepare, prevail, and prosper in these very bleak times. Thank you. The COVID-19 war has changed the world, but who's prepared? What's next? It's in your Trends Journal. Trends Journal subscribers are prepared. Subscribe to the Trends Journal. Read history before it happens. From the world leader in trend forecasting.